What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 93 update. This week they've added 2 new shields into the game. They've also introduced resource packs, which you can buy from the workshop. We got some Hypatia news and so much more. Let's get into it, shall we? Welcome, everyone. Week 93 brings Outpost, resource packs, simple quests, and shields. There's also Ren that you can get in open world now for the simple quests, as well as a brand new outpost you could purchase. This week's update sees some love for outpost mode, although these new features such as new shields and resource packs are also useful in every game mode. Made some notable improvements, added a fix where prospectors were falling through the terrain around the crevasses in Arctic biomes. Exotic resource spawning has changed. You now get at least one exotic red vein guaranteed on Prometheus. They fixed an issue where it was causing giant or tiny prospectors after interacting with the Doras mount, and you now get Ren as a reward for simple quests, as well as being able to do simple quests on Outposts. This week, Outpost simple quests and Ren rewards. They say since the release of the New Frontiers expansion, they've been pleasantly surprised about the popularity of Outposts. I don't personally use them ever. I always do open worlds, but to each their own, I guess. And they go on to explain what an outpost is, which is basically like a free world where you can have resources respawn and less threats and whatnot. Sounds boring. To give you even more things to do in Outpost now, though, you could do simple quests from Outpost game modes from the short range radio and complete them for Ren rewards. Of course, if there's anybody playing as well on the multiplayer session, everybody gets the Ren as a reward for the simple quest now, and is as follow: 10 Ren for easy, 20 Ren for medium, and 30 Ren for hard quests. And this applies to both open world and outpost modes. And we got our short range radio here. We're just looking at it for the simple quests here, and we're gonna X off this and see the simple quests. Now you'll see in the top right of the screen here, you get 10 Ren for this easy one and 20 Ren for the medium one. 30 Ren for a hard one. So just complete a simple quest and you get a little bit, just a little tiny bit of Ren. And of course you could do this in Outposts as well now. And there's a new Outpost, but I'm not buying it. I mean, if they want to send it to me, that's fine, but I just don't have the money for it right now. But I also just don't use Outposts, so there's that. They also introduced UDA resource supply drops, and these are basically little tiny packages that come down with the orbital exchange interface when you request equipment, and you could get bundles or stacks of wood, stone, oxide, sulfur, silica, platinum, titanium, and coal. They are a bit pricey, but they're available in all 3 game modes. If you head over to the workshop, you'll see in the very bottom now we have a resources tab, and you can now learn all these resources. Now they do vary from like 50 to 75 Ren to unlock and 125 to unlock titanium, but it does cost 450 Ren for 100 titanium, 450 Ren for 100 platinum, and for 100 aluminum it's 350 Ren. 350 for gold ore, 250 for copper ore stack, and for an iron ore stack you get 250 Ren. It's extremely expensive if you ask me, but then again I don't really care too much about Ren most of the time. So if you need it in a pinch, it's a really good thing to have. Otherwise I'm just going to probably thump and regenerate my resources that way. But you could use these to get kind of a head start on something if you wanted to. And of course in game you can hit request equipment and go to the workshop, resources, and then you can sit there and learn and request the resource packs. And they're going to go to your loadout, like most items do. And we're going to throw them in there and request them just for you guys. And we'll just yoink those off of there and open them up and show you how they work. Now I've got a bunch of coal and titanium, and it just cost me Ren. And they say they have the new content, the Arcticus Outpost. One of their outposts they released that wasn't ready for New Frontiers. And now it's released, and it's available by itself for $4.49. On sale, usually it's $5. It is a handcrafted 1x1 kilometer tundra map with great spots for bases, scenic landscapes for slopes generally downwards into a large valley with deep crevasses, and lightly snow-dusted forests. Looking up and you'll find an imposing mountain that overlooks the spacious valley below, which is home to an impressive number of caves. You can buy the DLC separately or as the Outpost bundle for $17.04. I really would, honestly, but that'd be if my account wasn't so red. So this week brings 2 new shields, one that is in tier 3 that has a decent block radius of 90% and 90% damage reduction from enemies, which is the carbon fiber shield. And we also have the large composite tactical shield available at tier 4 that has a wide block radius of 200% and the same strength as steel, so it blocks 75% of damage. So for the carbon fiber round shield, requires 14 carbon fiber, 8 platinum sheath, 20 steel screw, and 4 epoxy, 90% damage reduction, and 90% blocking angle, and it is crafted at the forge, or better. And it's located right here down below the carbon spear, right below the biofuel can. In tier 4, we have the new composite tactical shield, and it's a 200-degree blocking angle for 75% block damage. It requires 14 composites, 4 platinum weave, 20 steel screws, 4 epoxy, and 2 titanium plates, and is crafted at the foundry. And it's right here below the composite spear, right below the alteration bench and its packs. And we're just looking in the foundry here. You can see where they could both be crafted, kind of towards the middle of list items, a little bit towards the bottom. And this is what the tactical one looks like. Still sporting the bone armor. I think it's one of my favorite armors, to be honest with you, looks wise. And then we have the carbon fiber shield, and this looks like my bone armor sticking through it, but this is the carbon fiber shield. 90% damage reduction and 90% range in front of you. So Hypatia is coming sometime soon, they keep saying, and the changes they made this week are in preparation for that big update patch that's for free. And if you don't know what Hypatia is, and that's basically where you could do Olympus and Styx missions in open world. And there's a bunch of other changes that's coming with Hypatia as well, but that's the most prominent one. They also give us a little sneak peek of what the new mission devices are going to look like. There's going to be an upgradable mission device called the Contact, or CONT4CT Contact, basically. And that's coming next week. And this is going to be your one-stop shop for operations and quests, and access missions from the surface too. You only need 1 mission device instead of 3 as well in the end. And they say support their project. We got the change log in here, yeah. In the new content section this week, pretty much everything we just mentioned is in here. We're going to just skim through the fix section this week. Also this week they added an inventory time, and I did see that actually in my inventory screen. Let me show you that real quick. If you go to your inventory in the bottom of the right hand screen, you'll see time on prospect. It looks like we've been on this one for 8 days. 14 hours and 20 minutes. You can now fish in Prometheus's Arctic, and it looks like they also added a salt-based gunpowder recipe requiring 1 salt, 1 charcoal, and 1 spoiled plant. It looks like frozen ore doesn't have the fiber drop mesh, and it looks like the names of the obsidian cold axe, miasmic throwing spears are now correctly named javelin. Here's some real quick changes. Lowered miasmic arrow break chance from 10 to 20%. Obsidian cold steel arrows now break from 90% to 15 and 10%. And add some attachment slots to the sledgehammers. And we'll skim over the future content. Gonna be getting the Lava Hunter statue, it looks like. Still working on the Equix and Blueback trophies. And Stonejaw and Drac trophies. Chamois and Chella, Rote, Caveworm, and Pronghorn trophies. An ice building tier. Looking like they're working on a Larkwell armor alpha. And it looks like they're adding a rustic raw wood lamp. Ooh, here's something interesting. Rustic signs. And the brutalist living chair, which we probably can't sit in. Oh, brown bear armor. Nice. And the Anaris canteen. Look at all these backpacks, adding chef's backpack, farmer's backpack, explorer's backpack, icebox backpack, medic backpack, tech backpack items, and workshop talents feature locking out. Adding deep mining ore materials and textures for oxide, salt, stone, clay, scoria, and obsidian. We also seen platinum and titanium earlier for the deep mining. Hopefully they do all those. And that's it for this update. And this is the part of the video where we thank our late night crew, KHX, Sergio, Wolfie, Sandy, Silver, John, EMC2, Diana, Rodnob, Novocaine, Aaron, Juan, and Steady Bob. Thank you so much for being part of the late night crew and for subscribing to that premium YouTube service where you get all those exclusive videos. Thank y'all. Hey, did you know we had a Discord? I wouldn't join it if you like survival games for sure. There's definitely not a link in the description down below. And that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing will get you weekly Icarus update videos just like this one, and content videos when we go to update those. We will update content videos. I don't know when. We're actually currently just working on Starfield. If you haven't checked out our Starfield videos, check them out. It's a pretty good game, actually. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.